Hello everyone, welcome back. We're back with more ULM, the Indians. We're here in episode 7. This is year 4. Yeah, this is year 4. Taking over the program. We've been to bowl games our last 2 seasons. We won our first one and got blown out in our second one. We had our best recruiting class heading into this year. We were in the top 35 for what that's worth. And now we're going to sim through our season here and see how things pan out as we already start the season off with a pretty big victory on the road against San Jose State. They're pretty bad always, so that's a nice win to pick up. We pick up another win against Troy State, another very bad team in this game. And then we finally lose to Toledo in the MAC. We only lose by 1 possession. We lose a lot of close games, so maybe try and win some of those. But we do beat New Mexico by a touchdown here to go up 3-1 on the year. Following that up with another road victory against Arkansas State to start the year off 4-1 as we head into our bye week here in week 7. We open up conference play with a victory against Middle Tennessee State, a pretty big victory, followed up by a pretty massive shellacking by New Mexico State, who is not very good this year. So that's a game we really probably should have won, but it's okay. So we get another bye week, and then we take on North Texas, who also beats us pretty convincingly. Remember, North Texas finished second in the Sun Belt last year, so that could be a pretty dangerous game as far as Sun Belt title implications go. And then we followed with another loss to USF, who's also very bad, so we should not have lost that game to USF, but we do win our rivalry game against Lafayette, who is actually having a pretty good year. So again, Sun Belt implications, that might be pretty massive. And then kind of the season resting on this game with Idaho in Moscow, and we come up pretty big. So the season was kind of all over the place, but still we did enough and we won the games we needed to get another Sun Belt title, our second Sun Belt title. So I talked in the last video about being a perennial contender in the conference, and it looks like we might just be that as we collect our second straight title in 4 years. So that's pretty crazy, man. We're 50% right now on winning the title. So it's pretty nuts. So here's your Heisman Trophy winner. It's a running back from Georgia. I'm sure you guys know who that is. I do not. And we get another invitation to the New Orleans Bowl, but this time we are playing UAB, who we played in our first bowl game in the Houston Bowl in year 2. So we were going to rematch UAB basically in the same bowl game we were in last year. So kind of confusing, but yeah, so here's the breakdown here. We are just a little bit better than UAB is. Some of our numbers are a little bit good here. Our running game is a whole lot worse, but our passing game is significantly better. But they are also a much better team as far as turnover efficiency goes than we are. So last year that was one of the things we did very well. This year we clearly did not do that well with it. So probably threw a lot of interceptions. That's the thing I would guess. We probably threw a lot of interceptions. So I keep forgetting also when I do these to add like an extra game or so because of our Sunbelt schedule. The Sunbelt's small. We don't play a full 8-game conference schedule, so we typically end the year with like one less game than everybody else has. And I probably should be. Well, I get kind of scared about adding one because it's like you add one and that's just another game to lose. People get injured, or you add it and it's the one that gets you into a bowl game. You know what I mean? So. Our out-of-conference schedules are already pretty easy, so if we can't, win, 3 or 4 Sun Belt games, you know what I mean, and, pick up, 2 or 3 out-of-conference games, then we're not doing we're not doing our job. We're not growing as a program if we can't at least meet those requirements. So there's Young again. He was our back last year, too, and I think McFarland should hopefully start things for us. I think Richard started our bowl game last year and things did not go well. So 1st and 10, starting things off here early with our first drive. We have a man going in motion here. We have the split backs in the backfield, and Richard's going to drop back. He's got a clean pocket and wants it all. Throws this one up, and that one is batted down, and Spence cannot come down with it. So 2nd and 10 now for the Indian offense. We're going to send another man in motion. He will phase through the quarterback, as tight ends are known to do, and then McFarland's going to drop back, and the play just kind of breaks down. I don't know if the play broke down or if he just kind of didn't know what he wanted to do with it, but that gets it to 3rd and short. So we come out in I formation. We're going to try and give it to Young to punch up the field and get to the marker, and he is brought down on the marker, just on it, just barely on it, but that's enough to get a first down. So our drive is going to continue. as we have a 1st and 10 now, moving the ball a little bit. The pressure is coming as it comes off the edges here. McFarland's able to get rid of the football, but it gets batted down just in front of him as he takes a pretty massive hit. So, yeah, as you can see, the pressure was getting in there pretty darn quick, and the tackle was still made. So McFarland's going to eat a little bit of turf. So 2nd and 10 now for the Indian offense. And McFarland this time is all day to throw, and he lasers one across the middle and finds an open target who hauls this one in Blazer territory. And now we are finally cooking with something here on this offensive drive, which is getting off to a slightly slow start. So 1st and 10, we're going to go with Young, and he's got some room on the right side, and he's going to try and shoot the gap there and pick up a nice 8 or 9 yard gain. So we need to see a little bit from Young in this game here. On 2nd and short now, we're going to go with a pitch play, and UAB's got that one pretty well covered, but we get a generous tackle animation that looks like it's going to give us the 1st down, or at least put us in a close situation, which it does. So 3rd and short now, 3rd and 1, we need to pick up 1 yard. We're going to go through the air, surprisingly, and it does pay off as we find Wall, our receiver, who hauls it in and gets the 1st down for us. So this drive is slowly but surely matriculating its way up the field. So 1st and 10, and McFarland's going to split the seams there, part the C's, and just run it up the middle himself, and he gets brought down just short of the marker. So a nice gain for our quarterback. So on 2nd and 3, and out of shotgun formation, McFarland's going to try and rocket that one to Wall across the middle, and he cannot come down with it as it was kind of congested. So another 3rd down for this Indian offense here in this first drive in the first quarter. We are eating up all the time. That's an effective way to keep your opponent from scoring, is by just holding the ball. So we try to go with Young to pick up what we need, and he cannot get it. So we're going to keep the offense on the field in a gutsy call here, 4th and 2, and we're going to go with another handoff to Young, and this time he's got a wide open seam, and he shoots the gap and gets brought down inside the 10-yard line. So he's already got 22 yards on the day, just a handful of attempts. We'd like to see that. So 1st and goal, we're coming out in shotgun formation again. We're going to send Young in motion, however. He's just going to block for us, and then we are going to throw this one across the middle, and it's a complete jam, a complete traffic jam in the end zone, but a Indian receiver does come down with it, so that is going to be a touchdown. And that will be the only point scored since we took the entire quarter to do it. So we're going to take a 7-0 lead over the Blazers here. And now we're going to cut to a 3rd and very, very long for the Blazers. But their quarterback is all day to throw. There's a yellow hanky on the field, and it is intercepted. I don't think we've seen an interception in one of these bowl games here, but it's not just an interception. It is a pick 6. And there's going to be a holding call, so it's going to stand. So that is a huge play for this Indian defense here to start off the second quarter. UAB now finds themselves in a pretty sizable hole after their defense really couldn't get them the ball in the first quarter. So, but here we are cutting ahead. UAB does have another opportunity. They are inside Indian territory, looking to maybe answer and cut the lead in half if possible. And I think Battle, or no, is this the first time we faced Battle? I can't remember if he was the quarterback for UAB when we played them, or no, I think it was Chiang who was their quarterback. So this is a new face, I think, for the Blazers facing off against this team. So, and their game plan might need a bit of a change. We haven't seen the option yet. We know they love to run the option with UAB, or at least they did a couple of years ago in the Houston Bowl. So it's 2nd and 12. They're going to go with a delayed handoff, and that big boy cannot seem to get past the 2 defenders that we had. Perfectly staged there, by the way. That play was perfectly covered. I appreciate that. Let me give flowers to the DC. That was a good play call, buddy. You did good. I'm proud of you. So another 3rd and very long for this UAB offense, and Battle's going to make an awkward throw off of his foot, and that one is just bobbled around by a bunch of defenders and a couple receivers, and no one comes down with it. So it's going to be a 4th down. They're going to send out the kicky unit. It's a pretty long kick for college, especially down in this era, but he nails that one through. I think that might have been like a 40-yarder, perhaps. I think it might have been a 40-yard field goal. So we have a 3rd down situation ourselves cooking here in UAB's territory, and we do get the completion now, but it's not going to be enough for the 1st down, and the clock is continuing to run. But with just 4 seconds left, we're going to keep the offense on the field. For some reason, I don't know what clock management was. Lou Nips is cooking up something here. I don't know what, but time is going to expire. McFarland's going to lay this one out, and he finds an open receiver who makes an amazing grab and steps just out of bounds, but there's no more time left on the clock, so we get a huge gain and a potential for some points here, and it just kind of fades into nothing because of how we decided to manage our time. So 14-3 is your score heading into halftime. We seem to be in a pretty good position here, but we cannot rest on our laurels. We got to be a little bit more effective on offense here if we want to help things. And now we're going to need to be effective on defense because UAB is cooking up a massive running play, and he shakes off a tackle and finally gets brought down. There's nothing but Indians surrounding him, but it does not matter. Townsend absolutely gashes us on the ground with a massive pickup. And it says he has 72 yards, and I can guarantee about 40 of those just came from this play alone. God, he just could not be stopped. I mean, he doesn't even look to be that fast, but he just split the gap and just kind of flew. It was an amazing play call by UAB, and now they have a goal-to-go situation here. Might cut this lead even more so and put us in a tough spot on offense. So Battle's got all day to throw, and he makes a pretty terrible decision as he throws it one nearly out of the back of the end zone, and we have our defense all over it. Finally, they're all over something. They were not all over it a couple plays ago, but they come up big on that play. So it's 2nd and goal now from about the 6 or 7 yard line here, our 6 or 7 yard line. In Battle here, taking his time, thinking it over, not sure what he wants to do, and he wants to find Townsend again in the end zone. So it is a touchdown for UAB as they hit the running back out of the backfield. So now it is 10-14 is your score, and McFarland says, you know, dude, I need to figure something out. So he picks up a first down and does it with his feet. So he's run a couple times so far in this game. It's worked out pretty well for us. Now we're going to try the option, and it does not go well for us. We're not an option team. I don't think we're an option team. Our coach might think so, our OC might think so, but yeah, we're not an option team as that play gets blown up. So it's 2nd and extremely long, pretty much takes away everything that McFarland did with his legs, and we try and get it to Elijah Spence, the receiver, and he cannot haul it in either. So it is a nasty drop. So we have a 3rd and very long here, just under 45 seconds left to go in the 3rd. McFarland's got plenty of time in the pocket, and he floats that one out. It is an amazing grab by the tight end. I'm pretty sure he had the first touchdown of the game, and he makes an amazing athletic play. McFarland kind of led that pass. He tried to put it exactly where he thought he was going to be, and it worked out pretty well there. I had to make an amazing one-handed grab, but it does work out. So we are able to score on this drive, and 21-10 is going to be your score heading into the 4th quarter. Again, we appear to be in pretty good shape to win another bowl game, but again, just keep your eyes peeled because you never know what's going to happen. So UAB goes on the ground, and he gets brought down at the midfield logo. So 2nd and 9 now for the Blazers offense. They're going to go with a pitch play, and Townsend's got some space on the outside, and once again, he is absolutely free in open space. And we are able to make the open field tackle, and that's going to put Townsend over 100 yards rushing on the day. Absolutely disgusting, man. Where is the rushing defense? Can we not defend against the run? Is this something new I'm learning about this team? Good Lord. So they're going to go with, I believe it's a fullback they throw it to out of the backfield, and he gets brought down and picks up another first down for the Blazers. So they are moving this ball pretty freaking easy, and they have plenty of time to capitalize. So a touchdown will make this just a one-score game now. So we need to tighten up here on defense, and the pressure is on to Battle, and he gets rid of it quick to a wide open man who lets that one hit him in the numbers, and he drops it. So 2nd and 10 is coming up now. Battle's again going to make an awkward throw off his foot, and that one is off the mark. He tried to go to McMahon again for the 2nd time, and it didn't work out. And as you can see, that split right there. Battle's having a pretty terrible game at quarterback. It's probably why the Blazers are struggling so much to stay in this game here. But they have a prime opportunity. They're going to go with Townsend in the backfield again because he's the only guy on their team who can appear to do anything for them. And he catches this one and shakes off a tackle, but is brought down pretty quickly before getting to the stick. So he's still not going to pick up the first down, but it's a nice play by Townsend and the Blazer offense. So, but it's 4th and 2, and it's crunch time, so they're going to keep the offense on the field, obviously, and Battle's going to whip this one into the end zone, and he cannot convert. So Battle's tough day, combined with his receivers, case of the dropsies, continues. And so now we are in prime position to just kind of eat up some clock here. But that is 3rd and 8, and we are unable to get the first down, obviously. So, that's going to give the Blazers an opportunity with the football. They're still able to do something here. So 1st and 10 here, potentially the last handful of plays here they got, and Battle already just erases everything that happened in the last drive by finding a receiver who was completely covered up, but he makes an amazing Randy Moss diving catch. I mean, look at that, dude. Beautiful. I don't know what our defender was doing there, but UAB's going to run the hurry up now because time is of the essence for them. They really got to move here, and look at that, bro. So UAB's quarterback must be injured because this guy, I mean, look at the stats. He's probably only played like a few games, and those are horrendous stats. 12 picks to 5 touchdowns. So UAB burns a chunk of time here just to spike the ball here, and they're going to snap it now from our 35-yard line, and it is another completion. So Already, man, UAB is just doing what they haven't done all game. So the clock is moving here. They're trying to mount this comeback. Can they do it? And so Battle's going to go with a fake spike and then go to McMahon, the guy who he missed twice on the last drive. And that's kind of an awkward broken play that doesn't really go anywhere. And so the time is moving now. I think they officially don't have enough time really to do much of anything other than score. Battle with another fake spike, and he finds an open man in the end zone, surrounded by Indians. But it does not matter because he is able to hold on to the football, and he gets another touchdown. So UAB finally manages to score late in this game here. They're going to go for 2 to try and maybe win it with a field goal if they can get the ball back. But there's only 24 seconds. But yeah, I don't think it's going to work. I think they're cooked. The play is completely destroyed. I don't know how Battle did not cross the line of scrimmage, but either way, the game's over. 16-21 is your final score. We are winners of the New Orleans Bowl. It took us 2 tries, but we finally did win a New Orleans Bowl, and we are undefeated against UAB in bowl play. So kind of an interesting statistic there, but I guess the way the conferences are stacked up, that might be a pretty regular occurrence. We might be seeing UAB quite a bit as long as we stay in the Sun Belt. In the next season, we'll go over stats and everything like that, and of course cover our next season. So hope to see you guys there when we tackle the rest of year 4, and